All right. Um, Here is passage 6 from mini test 4. I didn't give this to anyone to translate because it's challenging, but not really in a kind of helpful or useful way right now. But in any case, give it a shot, see what you can do with it, and then you can come back and watch me translate. All right. Te de pyramidi aute chronon genesthai ekosi etea poieu okay, tes esti pantake metapon hekaston octoplethra euses tetragonu kai hupsos ison. To begin, this day is actually connecting the men from the previous passage, passage 5. There it was talking about the road and the time it built the time it took to build the road. Here now we're talking about the pyramid itself. So and or but for the pyramid itself, time became 20 years. Uh, um, the pyramid being made. You could say for it being made. So for the pyramid itself, time became 20 years for it being made, or for the pyramid being made while it was being made, as it was being made, something like that. Time became 20 years, of which Pontake means everywhere, but here certainly it would mean something like on all sides. Each face or front is 8 plethra. Plethron is 100 feet. So this is huge, 800 feet. I think here what presumably is being said is by the face of it is the like the base of the like of a side. Each side of the pyramid would be a metapon. I think so. Each On each side, the side essentially is 8 plethra, of which pyramid, being tetragonu, literally four angled. Sort of this. I think this means having four knees, like angles, four angles. And this goes back to the SD up here, so it's a second measurement. And the height is equal. So that presumably means that the height is also 8 plethra. So there you have the measurement. That seems really big to me, but I don't know. In any case, to continue, lithu dexestu tekai harmos menu ta malista. Let me move this up a bit. Here we're going to have a genitive absolute, and with stone both being polished and stone having been harmonized, fit in place. Tamalista, like totally, entirely fit in place, like perfectly fit in place. Udes ton lithon triaconta podon elason. None of the stones is less than here we get a genitive of comparison, less than 30 feet in size. All right. Epoi ethe de hode taute, or sorry, this is haute he puramis, anabathmon trapon. Tas metexeteroi, krosas hoide bomidas onomazdusi. All right. And this pyramid was built thusly in the following way, with respect to the like way of steps. So it was built in the manner of steps, which some, this is meta, x, and heteroi, which some onomazdusi, some call krosos. These are, here's the trend. What is this? This is stepped copings of parapets, whatever that means. It's a kind of battlement. Some call stepped copings of parapets, and others call this is the altar steps. Now, these are what is it that they're calling? They're calling the way of the steps and how the pyramid was built. And some people then call the pyramid built like these parapets, but others say that it looks like altar steps, if that makes sense. All right. To continue, toi autein to proton epete epoeson autein aeron tus epiloipus lithus mekanesi xulon bracheon pepoiemenesi kamathen men epi ton proton stoikon ton anabothmon aerontes. All right. Toproton with respect to the first. So at first, when they made it in such a way, I mean, a sort, some such sorts, when they made it like this, we can just say simply, this is going to sound a little bit weird, but when they made it like this, they were lifting the remaining stones by means of cranes, machines, but cranes having been made of, genitive of material, having been made of short pieces of wood, sticks, somehow, okay? From the ground, upon the first level of steps, lifting. This is a progressive participle. It is air is the base. This iota is a yod progressive marker. So let me do at least this part again. They were lifting the remaining stones by means of machines made of short sticks, lifting from the ground the stones onto the first level of the steps. Okay, so the idea here is, and this will be clarified in the next passage a little bit, is first they build a pyramid like this, sort of, right? It looks like steps. And you've got, they're lifting the stone from, like the stones that are going to come up to the top, they lift them one step at a time up using cranes or something like that to lift the stone to one step. And as we'll see, then there's going to be other cranes that lift it step by step all the way to where that stone needs to go. And there you have our mini test for passage 6. Good.